एक बार चला के then you let me know. और इसको तो तुम ऐसे स्क्रीन कर सकते हो ताकि मैं देखती भी रहूं, क्योंकि उसकी तो कोई फर्क पड़ेगा नहीं, मेरे को बहुत टेढ़ा नहीं करना पड़ेगा. हाँ, that gives me an idea कि like whether I'm visible or not. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, A Principal's Diary by Poonam Saxena. To get into the insights of a life of a principal, A Principal's Diary will show how the journey continues. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining in, and I'll just tell you in the beginning itself, the session will go on for half an hour, so maybe a little more if the question answer you ask. Please post your questions in the comment box. So after the program, once I have shared whatever I want to share, I will be taking up the questions. Okay? So I hope everybody please be alert, and now it is a matter of the preparation of your child's board exam. So here are few things which we all know, that parenting is difficult, and not only difficult but challenging, and parenting of teenagers is even more. And when a child enters grade 10, we all start getting jitters, and I think our BP rises, and we all start thinking what is going to happen in the future. So once the children enter 10th or 12th, the whole curfew kind of a situation happens in our mind. And when now today is 18th November, and almost December, January, February, exactly 3 months for the boards to start. So we all are aware the syllabus is done in most of the schools, and the children have faced some UTs or subject-based tests or topic-based tests, half yearlies, and pre-boards are about to commence, or they have commenced in many of us. So during this whole journey, you must have been losing your control over the children, getting worried that, oh, what is going to happen in the board examination. But my dear parents, I just want to tell you, stay calm, everything is going to be good, everything is going to be fine. The only thing a parent can give is a stable home environment. So when I say stable, I also mean a positive home environment where there are no rapid changes, the guests are not coming or we are not going on holidays, and some weddings, attending some weddings. So all these things, though we may spend some few hours or a day, but then it disrupts the continuity in the child's education. So it is very important for parents to provide a stable home set. So if we are traveling for work, touring job, so we can cut down on that. If we are able doing some practice or tuitions, taking tuitions, we can reduce some time. And then at all, if you can avail the child care leave, that is also going to be of advantage, only if we do not sit on the head of the child. So routine को stressful नहीं रखना है. We all know it is whatever a child is learning, it is important for a child to remain calm. So we all know from when the Mahabharata was being fought, Arjun gave up his weapons and said, I cannot do this. I am feeling overwhelmed with the feeling that I have to fight against my family and friends and the people whom I was eating and participating in the normal day activities. But then Krishna, was Lord Krishna only who calmly assured that, and that gave him the confidence to start believing in his own skill. So the same way, a peaceful home environment which is free of comparison and criticism should help the child stay focused and motivated. So the child has to understand or feel that their parents believe in them. So it is important that you have to build that connection, that we believe in your abilities, we believe in whatever you are doing, and we know you are trying to make a genuine effort. So that is how we can play a role in giving a peaceful environment and free of comparison. When I say in Indian household, शर्मा जी के बेटे के इतने आए, चाचा जी के बेटे के इतने आए, और मौसी की बिटिया के इतने आए. So we should stop doing that, and we should think that your child will write his exam once only, and now this time there are two board exams. So before I go on to that, in case some kind of anything happens, there is also a fallback. So CBSE is also trying to make the examination system little bit stress free, where the exams are taken as a challenge, not as the end or the beginning of the life that is there. So it is important for us to believe that whatever efforts the school, the teachers and your children have done will definitely yield positive results that is there. So now we have to be their guide without overburdening. So when I say guide without overburdening, means we don't have to be helicopter moms. So when we start becoming helicopter moms, what happens? We start micromanaging their routines. किससे बात की, कितना खाया, कितना किया. If you remember in my last session with the children, I said make a daily routine, make a plan, weekly plan, monthly plan, and then paste it on the fridge or on the almirah or on the notice board or on a door, wherever it is visible to all of us. Kitchen door is the best door where everybody goes up and down. So when the plan is posted, we need to just keep an eye whether the child is trying to make an effort. So it is not whether the schedule is being followed. If once in a week it is not followed, it's okay. But then if it is not followed every day, so then that means the child is not taking the plan seriously. So then while making the plan, we can say, "Idhar aana gra, what was the missing in last week? So let's try and fix it this time." So when we start trusting the children and just helping them in what they are doing, because they are the primary source. So trust builds responsibility, pressure builds anxiety. So pressure builds anxiety when I say that कि तुमने पढ़ाई नहीं की, 4 घंटे पढ़ना चाहिए, everybody is studying so much, so that will build anxiety, because every child has their own, I'll say, the ability or strength or focus to continue their studies for a period. Some people, they get tired every hour, some people they can stretch it for 3 hours. So don't try to make a child achieve something which he cannot. So धागा उतने ही खींचे जब तक वो खींचे, लेकिन जैसे ही वो टूटेगा तो वो दोबारा जुड़ने में मुश्किल होती है, गांठ पड़ जाती है. आई थिंक सबको ये रहीम का दुआ याद है. सो गाइड देम विदाउट ओवरबर्डनिंग. Next comes the focus on the efforts, not the results. Every time we ask the tuition teacher, sir, आज इसने कितना marks score किया? Monitoring is important, but then you should not ask this कितना score किया. We should ask, आज कितने questions जो हैं इसके बिल्कुल ठीक थे? कितने questions में सही दिशा में गया ये? कितने questions में इसने कितने time कितना लिया? Time management ठीक था कि नहीं ठीक था? Try and focus on the things which can be improved and not just labeling कि अभी तक सारे टेस्ट में तुम्हारे इतने कम नंबर आ रहे हैं. We all are aware about the places in India where the coaching is given, and every time the test is given, the child is so stressed because that phone call will go to the parent also. So we do not want the children to be pressurized for the results. It is that if they are, whatever they have planned for a week, let's say, they have planned 5 chapters, 3 chapters. So if the 2 chapters or 1 test, we have to focus whether the child has completed that or not. And if he has not been able to complete, then we can help them to how to manage. या मैं बोलेंगे बेटा दोबारा सोचो इसको कैसे कहाँ पे fit करोगे. Children are smart enough. They can do it. They only need that the parents are not stressed. Many a times we see and the child is not doing doing well, or say full marks in the exam, the children start crying. Ma'am, my mother will feel very bad, she has worked so much. So you should tell the children, I am more worried about the journey As I shared last time also with the children, journey is more important than the destination, because in the journey only we learn so many things. So we have the children have the right to perform as their duty. We all know the quote from the famous quote from Gita, कर्मण्य वादिका रस्ते माँ फलेशु कदाचना. सो काम करना ही हमारे हाथ में है, फल की हमें चिंता नहीं करनी चाहिए. अगर कर्म ठीक तरह से किया है, सही रास्ते से किया है, तो अच्छा रिजल्ट आज नहीं तो कल जरूर आएगा. एंड दिस वी हैव टू रिमाइंड आवर चिल्ड्रन दैट फॉर यू sincere efforts matter more than the result. So when children learn to give their best without fear, they perform better and feel healthier emotionally. So जब भी बच्चे सिर्फ अपना फोकस रहता है वीकली, तो उसको वैसे ही एंजाइटी नहीं होगी कि महीने में के बाद क्या होगा. दे आर ओनली फोकस्ड ऑन शॉर्ट टर्म गोल्स, क्योंकि लॉन्ग टर्म गोल्स को ही बना के फिर शॉर्ट टर्म गोल्स बनाए. और अगर शॉर्ट टर्म गोल्स पूरे होते चले जाएंगे तो बच्चे के अंदर सेंस ऑफ अचीवमेंट आएगा. और सेंस ऑफ अचीवमेंट जब आता है तो क्या होता है, बच्चा कॉन्फिडेंट फील करता है. तो इस वक्त हमें उसको कॉन्फिडेंस देना है और हमें उसको कहना है तैयारी पे ध्यान दो, नंबर अपने आप ही आएंगे. नंबर के ऊपर हमें ज़्यादा फोकस नहीं करना है. ऑन द एफर्ट रिजल्ट भी अच्छा आएगा, लेकिन एफर्ट अगर अच्छे होंगे तब. अब बिना एफर्ट के रिजल्ट जब हम मांगते हैं तो बच्चे अनफेयर मीन्स पे जाते हैं. They will try and copy, they will take some farra. I was observer in one of the, I think before last year, a school from a very reputed school. The child was scoring a topper of that school. But then उसको 3 नंबर का क्वेश्चन नहीं आता था और वो 3 मार्क्स का कुछ था, तो he had carried a farra and he was caught. And then you know the rules are so strict. The child was not allowed to appear for exam. Like the papers were confiscated. So can you imagine what impact it can lead to, and what will be the consequences of focusing on the result but not on the effort. So it is important for us as a parents to ensure that the child does not deviate from the efforts or the preparation. So another thing which we all know, many children, they will find the best way when you are all the time hovering over their head. They will make a opposite routine. Means when you are awake, they will sleep, and when you are asleep, they will wake. They will tell you कि रात को ही पढ़ाई होती है, दिन में नहीं होती है. So ठीक है, दिन में रात को भी करनी है 12-1 बजे तक. But then the children should be sleeping and maximum 9 से 10 के बीच में they should wake up. तो एक रूटीन बनाना है. रूटीन से ही जो है चीज़ें अपने आप बेहतर होती चली जाती हैं. तो क्यों स्कूल में टाइम टेबल क्यों होता है, एंड every session the timetable is also balanced out. The reason is the child, this much time the child will spend with particular subject. तो अब बैलेंस रूटीन में भी बच्चे के पढ़ाई के आवर्स भी फिक्स हैं, उसके खेलने मीन्स रिक्रिएशन के भी आवर्स फिक्स्ड है, खाने के आवर्स फिक्स्ड है, एंड देयर कैन बी अ डिविएशन इन बिटवीन दैट. कभी उसका अगर घर का खाना खाने का मन नहीं है तो कभी कभी हम बाहर की ट्रीट भी दे सकते हैं. सो उसको रेस्ट की, उसको बैलेंस की बहुत ज़रूरत है. हेल्प योर चाइल्ड क्रिएट अ रूटीन विद स्टडी आवर्स, ब्रेक्स, recreation, sleep and nutritious meal. So इंडियन मॉम्स को मुझे कहने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, वो हमेशा अपने बच्चों को अच्छा खाना घरों को बना के देती है. सो बट वी हैव टू सी कि कोई भी खाना इतना तला और हैवी ना हो जिससे कि खाकर बच्चे को नींद आए. So the food should be balanced. It should be fulfilled with I'll say the fruits, the lighter stuff, the energy giving, things, and not much rich in carbohydrates and fats, because the food rich in fats makes a person lethargic and sleepy. So, and those small portions can be good. A heavy meal, once a child eats a heavy meal, what happens? The child feels lethargic. There is a scientific reason for that. If we have a heavy meal in our stomach, entire blood circulation is directed towards the stomach. What happens for digestion and for I'll say circulating in the. So what happens? There is low blood circulation in the brain, and naturally the child tends to sleep. So it is very important that we should ensure that they get nutritious meals. So a well rested mind is sharper, than a fatigued one. So उसको नींद की बराबर 8 घंटे की नींद बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है, चाहे कितना भी बड़ा एग्जाम हो, अ चाइल्ड शुड गेट दैट स्लीप बिकॉज अगर वो सोएगा नहीं तो माइंड ब्रेन एक्टिव नहीं होगा, वो किताब खुली रहेगी, सवाल खुले रहेंगे, सोल्यूशन नहीं निकलेगा। तो इसीलिए बच्चे को 8 घंटे सोएगा, सुबह उठेगा, थोड़ा सा एक्सरसाइज इन द सेंस अ स्मॉल वॉक और ब्रेकफास्ट करेगा, उसके बाद पढ़ने बैठेगा। 2-3 घंटे बाद फिर फ्रूट ब्रेक कर सकते हो, मिल्क ब्रेक कर सकते हो, टी ब्रेक कर सकते हो, वट एवर, and maybe some kind of talk with the family or the friends or anybody for a while when we change the subject, or maybe some doubts he can ask with his friends, because when we share our doubts also, that also releases us कि okay, now I will get an answer. So ask the children whenever they are stuck with something कि एक सवाल आ ही नहीं रहा, okay लिख लो एक जगह पे. The moment the child writes down, the pressure from the mind is transferred in that notebook. So it is important to have a balanced routine. और जो भी हम बात करते हैं, अर्जुन की जो बहुत बड़े धनुर्धारी थे और वो हर वक्त प्रैक्टिस से नहीं वो आए, लेकिन उन्होंने रेस्ट और बैलेंस करा, माइंड को अपना अलर्ट रखा, दैट इज हाउ ही कुड फोकस विथ एंड द स्किल वाज डेवलप्ड. So it is important for us to help our child maintain that balance with the rest and with the positive mindset. Then comes the next one. Whenever the child wants to talk to you, we should be available. If we are not available in person, we should be available on phone. अगर हम अपने ऑफिस में भी हैं, कहीं काम पे भी गए हैं, या हम किसी और कारणवश बच्चे के पास नहीं हैं, we should give a call, not every hour, every minute. We should give a call maybe 3-4 hours, or we will tell them कि okay, when at 12 o'clock or 12:30 I'll give you a call, खाना खाया है कि नहीं खाया है. So that kind of personal care, a child feels relaxed and the child feels that he is wanted. And sometimes children only want to talk to you. So then don't start कि बहुत बोलते हो तुम चुप रहो. No, we should not do that. It is very important that we listen. आधी जो सिर पे वो लेके टोकरा परेशानी का घूम रहा है, so that child that has to be unburdened. So we should allow our children to allow them to speak whatever they want to talk. It is important for all of us to do so. So when we say that we have to unburden the child, so it is important that we allow them to speak. So if they are talking negative about what and about their sibling, they are talking negative about the teacher, or they are talking about the food which was not good, and anything on this earth they want to talk कि एग्जाम के बाद वो क्या करेंगे, it is important for all of us to listen to them, give an ear, so that whatever is giving them stress, let it be. So about, and then when then they have finished talking, we should say okay, then summarize it. Okay, अब किस किस चीज़ों में तुम्हें मेरी मदद चाहिए. So when you are also then organized. If a child says अच्छा ये वाली problem तो I will solve myself, but this I want that when I am studying, my younger brother or sister should not disturb me. So that you have to take an account, that space has to be provided to the child, and so that the child gets his own space and without any distraction. So बहुत बार जैसे जैसे एग्जाम के दिन निकट आएंगे तो उनको क्या लगेगा कि उनकी तैयारी कम है. कभी फ्रेंड से बात करेंगे तो ओवरवेलम हो जाएंगे कि उसकी तो तैयारी सारी हो गई है, आज मेरी तो नहीं हुई है, मैं क्या करूं. So this is where we need to, this is the time where we need to reassure them that yes, we have trust in your abilities. अगर आज नहीं हुआ है, कल तुम ध्यान लगाओगे, you will be able to do. So अगर आपको याद हो, रामायण में एक बात आती है कि हनुमान जी जब वो पुणे में आई थिंक लास्ट में पहुंच गए थे और वहाँ पे लंका की तरफ उन्हें जाना था, तो वो समुद्र को देख के वो घबरा गए थे कि कैसे वो इस समुद्र को लांघेंगे. तब जामवंत ने आके कहा था कि नहीं, तुम कर लोगे, तुम्हारे पास सारी एबिलिटीज़ हैं, और तभी उन्होंने वो प्लान बनाया, वो जो राम सेतु के नाम से हुआ. सो हर कोई, इवन हनुमान जी भी डर गए थे. मेरा कहने का मतलब ये है कि जब हमारे भगवान भी कभी कभी डर जाते हैं तो ये तो बच्चे ही हैं. और बच्चों को क्या चाहिए, एक रीअश्योरेंस कि कोई बात नहीं, हम वेट करेंगे, तुम जब तक ठीक नहीं करोगे हम तुम्हारे साथ हैं. So don't, you are not alone in this battle, we are with you. So this is something which is very important, and this is something which we all need to give them a ear and offer comfort whenever they are buggled up, whenever they are troubled to decide which subject to start, what problem to solve, and how to solve, and how to, many a times the phone calls will come, and you don't want them to take the call, or if the call you have allowed them, because it's their recreation time, the call should not go on for an hour or so. But then if you are hearing the conversation, and if the child is unburdening their anxiety, we should allow that, some relative, some friend, sometimes these small things. But again I am talking, don't micromanage them, just guide them and just observe them, that they are not wasting too much of time. Next comes the progress again. We cannot make a progress unless we know that small developments are taking place. So as we shared that weekly plan, if they are followed over a month, we should take I'll say not after a month because time is less, maybe after every week or every fortnight. So we can say that, okay, let's take out the day sheets which you had made, and we'll check what all was missing. So, and in which subjects, which topics you covered this week, how much you are confident. Let's take a test together. Or you can ask the tuition teacher to take the test together. And you can say, okay, now this paper is done, let's send it to your subject teacher. And then let's discuss on the WhatsApp, and let's discuss how you have done that. So what I would suggest, that feedback should be taken from the teacher with open mind, and the teachers who are listening should also give a positive kind of a feedback where they can improve on not focusing on what they have not done. Then the revision plans also are important, because now the pre-boards are going, so when the pre-boards will be done, there will definitely be parents teachers meeting in most of the schools, and when during those parents teachers meeting, I have seen some parents, they will start hitting the children, and the teachers will also start telling कि इसने ये भी नहीं करा, मैंने इतना कराया. सो ये बैटल नहीं है, ये एक रास जर्नी है जो हमने बच्चे की लाइफ में देनी है. तभी बोर्ड जिंदगी में 2 बार ही आते हैं, हर साल बोर्ड नहीं आता है, because we all know that going to a school is important. The journey of a child through the school is important than just writing exam and scoring marks. This is, I think, each one of us will agree. And with the changing times where the degrees have lost their meaning, only the skills, and that also the people skills, are very important for anyone to make a success in their careers. So we should not ask our children, अब कितना बचा है, तुम 4 दिन से लगे हुए हो. So that is there. So we should always ask them कि आज कौन सा टॉपिक तुम्हारा अच्छा हुआ है. सो इससे क्या होता है कि जो डर है वो जो है वो डर जो है वो चला जाता है, एंड द चाइल्ड स्टार्ट सेल्फ रिफ्लेक्टिंग. तो डराना नहीं है, घबराना नहीं है बच्चों को. व्हाट वी हैव टू से, दे विल रिफ्लेक्ट देमसेल्फ. चलते फिरते आप आराम से बोलो आज